guest who had come to the house of the crofter. The guest was none other than our crofter. So we have seen that he was very hospitable. Normally what happens when some places he goes, the rat trap seller goes, he was actually not welcomed. People used to receive him with sour faces. But today what happens? He was welcomed. He was given supper with the porridge. Stuboka was given lavishly, prayed with him until the bedtime. And again, he discussed about his ways and means by which he was able to live. He also told him that he is having a cow and that cow gives him lot of yield. All the milk that he requires for the creamery, and for the last week, he was able to get as much as 30 kroner. Kroner, I told you that a kroner is a unit of currency used in Sweden, because this story is actually taking place in Sweden. The stranger must have seemed incredulous, for the old man got up and went to the window, took down a leather pouch which hung on the nail in the very window frame, and picked out 3 brinkled 10 krona. 1 minute. The stranger appears to be incredible. Incredible means not believing. And that is why the stranger must have seemed incredible, for the old man got up. Who is the old man? The crofter got up. Because when he produced his 30 kroner and told him that the last week I got 30 kroner from this particular cow, he called his cow boss or bossy. The feminine gender of boss, bossy. He told that it gives me enough milk, and therefore he was able to earn 30 kroner. It's a good amount of money at that time. And when he looked at this stranger, the stranger probably showed suspicion on his mind, and therefore he just produced the proof in front of him. What is the proof? 3 10 kroner bills. 10 രൂപയുടെ 3 നോട്ട് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന മാതിരി 3 10 kroner notes he just took out. From where? Because there was a leather pouch, a small bag hang on the window. വിൻഡോയിൽ ഒരു നെയിലിൽ തൂക്കിയിട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ആ പോച്ച് എടുത്ത് അതിൽ നിന്ന് അദ്ദേഹം ആ പൈസ എടുത്ത് കാണിച്ചു കൊടുത്തു. These he held up before the eye of the guest, nodding knowingly, and then stuffed them back into the pouch. So question can be asked, why he produced this particular note in front of him? The reason, the stranger seems to be incredulous. Why incredulous? Why he is not believing? He did not say that he does not believe that he gets 30 kroner from the milk that is sold, which is given by this cow. But then the narrator of the story, the old man, he has lost his credibility. നമ്മളൊരു വ്യക്തിയോട് ഒരു കാര്യം പറയുന്ന സമയത്ത് നമ്മൾ പറയുന്ന അവർ വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നില്ല എന്ന് നമുക്ക് തോന്നിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് നമ്മളിൽ തന്നെ വിശ്വാസം നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു എന്നുള്ളതാണ് അതിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം. Otherwise, if you simply say yes or no, it is yes or no. You don't have to take the vow telling that in the name of God, in the name of this and that. ഈ ലോകത്തുള്ളതോ ഭൂലോകത്തുള്ള ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു വസ്തുവിനെ സാക്ഷി നിർത്തി സത്യം ചെയ്യേണ്ട യാതൊരു ആവശ്യവുമില്ല. Why do we do that? We do because we have lost our credibility. And who has lost the credibility? The crofter has lost his credibility, because he says that in his youthful days he was working on the land and he was a crofter. But now what happens? He is an old man, he cannot do day labor and he is depending on the cow. So he himself was realized his limitation. Therefore, when he says that he is getting this much of money, he feels that this fellow may not believe. And that is why he took out the money and produced in front of him. And then These he held up before the eyes of the guest, nodding knowingly, and then stuffed them back into the pouch. അതിനുശേഷം എന്ത് ചെയ്തു? ആ പൈസ തിരിച്ച് അതേ പോച്ചിലേക്ക് തന്നെ വെച്ചു എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. The next day, both men got up in good season. The crofter was in a hurry to milk his cow, and the other man probably thought he would not stay in bed when the head of the house gotten up. They left the cottage at the same time. The crofter locked the door and put the key in his pocket. The man with the rata said goodbye and thank you, and thereupon each went on his way. So what happened? Next day they went to bed. Next day both of them got up in good season. Normal case, ഒരു സ്പെഷ്യാലിറ്റി ഇല്ല, രണ്ടുപേരും ഏറ്റു. And crofter has got to work. We know that if you have got a cow in the house, normally the cows are milked in the morning itself. So the crofter got up and he has gone to the cow shed for milking the cow. And the other man, that is Rataf seller, who is a guest in that house, probably might have thought in his mind that he should not stay on the bed when the owner of the house has already got up. ഉടമസ്ഥൻ ഏറ്റു കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഞാൻ കിടന്നുറങ്ങുന്നത് ശരിയല്ല എന്ന് അദ്ദേഹം ചിന്തിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടാകാം. Therefore, what he did, he left the cottage at the same time. He also said goodbye to him and thanked him, and he left the house at the same time. So both of them came out of the house at the same time. Crofter went for milking the cow, and then this Rataf seller, he has gone for his business. The crofter locked the door and put the key in his pocket. Crofter, what he did? He locked the door and put the key in the pocket. The man with the rat trap said goodbye and thank you, and thereupon each went on his way. Remember, the crofter, after locking the key, he put in his pocket. So the key is with the crofter only. And the rata seller told him thank you, said goodbye, and he went on his way. Where he might have gone? Definitely was selling his rat trap. But hour and hour later, half an hour later, the Ratha peddler stood again before the door. He did not try to get in, however. So what happened? After half an hour, the Ratha seller returned to the place. He came to the house. The crofter was still in the cow shed. He was milking the cow. He came. He did not try to go inside the house. Even if he wants to go inside the house, he cannot go. Why he cannot go? Because the key is with the crofter only. Therefore, what he did? Now what we are going to see here, the vagabond getting trapped. How he is getting trapped? Because earlier he told that all the riches, everything that you find in this earth, on this world, is nothing. It is a bait for setting a poor fellow into the trap. Now this fellow is attracted towards the 30 kroner. The man came. 30 kroner bills were the bait for him. He could not help himself from stealing it. Temptation was there. He wanted to steal it. He forgot the hospitality and kindness shown by the old man. He dared not continue on the public highway and turned into the woods. He lost his way in the forest. He had realized that he had been trapped. 30 kroner notes. This is 20 and 10 actually, but 10 plus 10 plus 10. 10 kroner notes it was set. 1 minute, some problem with the Tell me, are you able to see now? പറഞ്ഞ കുട്ടികളെ ഇപ്പൊ കാണുന്നുണ്ടോ? കാണുന്നില്ല? 1 minute, let me try. I'll just. Okay, now. All right. So he only went up to the window, smashed a pane, stuck his hand and got hold of the porch. So he did not enter inside. What he did? He only went to the window pane. That means window അടുത്തേക്ക് പോയി. And then what he did? Smashed the pane. He broke the window pane. He broke the window pane, struck his hand and got hold of the porch with a 30 kroner. He broke the window pane, he put his hand inside and he took out the porch which was hanging on the nail near the window. He took the 30 kroner. He took the money and thrust it into his own pocket. After taking the money, he put in his own pocket. He then hung the leather porch very carefully back in his place and went away. So what he did? He replaced that porch there. He took the money out and then he went away. As he walked alone with the money in his pocket, he felt quite pleased with his smartness. ഈ കളവ് നടത്തി തിരിച്ചു പോകുന്ന സമയത്ത് he was feeling that yes, I am a smart thief. He felt very happy with quite pleased with his smartness in stealing because he was not caught by anybody. He could just continue. He realized, of course, that at first he dare not continue on the public highway but must turn off the road into the woods. He is losing confidence. He has done something wrong. It happens with everyone when we do something wrong. Slowly, what happens is that people lose confidence. കളവ് നടത്തിയതിനു ശേഷം he was feeling fear in the mind. He lost his confidence. He thought that I must not walk on the public highway. റോഡിൽ കൂടെ നടക്കാൻ പാടില്ല. I must hide myself. He thought that he should get into the forest, woods. ഫോറസ്റ്റിൽ കൂടെ നടക്കണം, ആരും കാണുകയില്ല. A guilty feeling, not kind of repentance, but then always feeling that I am being watched, I will be caught. During the first hours, this caused him no difficulty. In the beginning, he says that it was okay. Getting into the forest and walking, that has not caused him much difficulty. Later in the day, it became worse, for it was a big and confusing forest which he had gotten into. So in the beginning it was okay. Later he found that the forest into which he has got into was a very confusing forest. എന്താണ് ഇവിടെ പറയാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്? When you do a small mistake, we feel that it is small, it is okay. But by doing small mistake, when we get into bigger mistakes, you feel that you are already trapped, you cannot correct yourself, you have been watched, you are in danger. The same situation here. He tried to be sure to walk in a definite direction, but the path twisted back and forth so strangely. After having stolen the money, he feels that he is not able to walk on the public highway. He entered the forest. After entering the forest, what happens? He found that the beginning it was okay. And towards the end of the day, he found that the path through which he was walking in the forest, it twisted and he is not reaching his destination. The roads are twisting in a very strange way. He walked and walked without coming to an end of the wood, and finally he realized that he had only been walking around in the same part of the forest. He tried to walk in a definite direction, thinking that this is a particular path to which I had to go, or to this direction I had to walk. He walked, but finally what he realized, he was just going round and round, not getting out of the forest, walking in the same area. തുടങ്ങിയോടത്ത് തന്നെ തിരിച്ചെത്തുന്നു. All at once he recalled his thoughts about the world and the rat trap. So then suddenly he just remembers the thought that came to his mind. What was the thought? This world is a rat trap. Now his own turn had come. So he understood that it is his day. Today he is trapped. His turn has come. He had let himself be fooled by a bait and had been caught. So what he felt? He had let himself to be fooled. He allowed himself to be made fool by a bait. Bait എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇരയാണ്. എന്താണ് ഇര? 30 kroner was set in front of him as a bait, and then he stole that money, and now he is caught in the world of rat trap. The whole forest with its trunks and branches, its thickets and fallen logs closed in upon him like an impenetrable prison from which he could not escape. So what he says is that the whole forest with its trunks, big broken branches and trunks, its thickets, bushes and fallen logs, fallen wood, closed in upon him like an impenetrable prison, a prison from which he is not able to penetrate. Penetrate means escape or come through, from which he could never escape. So he understood that he got into a trap. The forest now appeared to him like an impenetrable prison. At Ramcho Ironworks, he heard thumping of hammers and walked towards it. So as he was thinking like this, thinking that his end has come nearby, he is going to die, suddenly he heard a thumping sound. And that thumping sound was actually coming from Ramcho Ironworks. And he just went there, he found there the master blacksmith. He allowed him to stay there. Later on, the ironmaster came there and he mistook him for Captain Von Stagele, his old comrade. He insisted the tramp to spend the Christmas with them, but he refused. So we are going to explain this portion now. It was late in December darkness. So when he was in the forest, lost his way, the time was actually in the night, towards the night, and it was the December time. Darkness was already descending over the forest. We know what is the specialty of December. It's a winter month. Winter month, the days are actually shorter, and you will find that the night comes little early and the morning also appears little early. So the darkness was descending over the forest. He already lost his way. He will not be able to escape from there. And this increased the danger. This darkness setting in increased the danger of the rat trap seller, because in the night, left all alone in the forest, it may cause him trouble. And increased also his gloom and despair. So that has increased his gloom, sadness and despair, discouragement. Finally saw no way out, and he sunk down on the ground, tried to death, thinking that his last moment had come. Finally he found that he will not be able to escape from there. Thinking that his end has come. ഈ ഫോറസ്റ്റ് വെച്ച് തന്നെ ഞാൻ മരിക്കാൻ പോവുകയാണ്. And therefore he just sank, നിലത്തേക്ക് fall ചെയ്യുകയാണ്, നിലത്തേക്ക് ഇരിക്കുകയല്ല properly, he is falling down onto the ground. Tried to death, thinking that I will die here, thinking that his last moment had come. But just as he laid his head on the ground, he heard a sound, a regular thumping sound. തല ഭൂമിയോട് ചേർത്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞു, thinking that his end has come, he has fallen onto the ground. As he placed his head on the ground, he heard a thumping sound. Thumping sound means beating sound, a regular thumping sound. എന്താ regular thumping sound? ഒരു സൗണ്ട് കഴിഞ്ഞ് അടുത്ത സൗണ്ട് വരെയുള്ള ഒച്ച റെഗുലർ ആണ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ the interval is same. ഈക്വൽ ഇൻ്റർവെൽസ് ഓഫ് ടൈം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ കൃത്യം ഡിസ്റ്റൻസിൽ നമ്മൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും കയ്യിലെടുത്തിട്ട് നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് ആയിട്ട് ഇടിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുമ്പം കൈ പൊക്കി താഴോട്ട് വീഴാനുള്ള ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് അത് ഈക്വൽ ആയിരിക്കും. ആ രീതിയിലുള്ള സൗണ്ടാണ് റെഗുലർ തമ്പിങ് സൗണ്ട്. There was no doubt as to what that was. The rat trap seller understood immediately. അതെന്താണ് എന്ന് അവന് മനസ്സിലായി. എന്താണ് കാരണം? he knows that he is from Sweden. In Sweden, if you hear a regular thumping sound, it cannot be anything else. It must be from an iron mill. Because Sweden, in its history, we know that there are a lot of iron factories and mining, mines are there, and therefore any thumping sound that you hear, probably people are at work in the iron mills. He raised himself. He thought that his end has come, but he raised himself. അവൻ സ്വന്തമായിട്ട് അവിടുന്ന് ഏറ്റു. Those are the hammer strokes from an iron mill, he thought. He came to the conclusion that sound, definitely this sound is from iron mill only. There must be people nearby. He summoned all his strength, got up and staggered in the direction of the sound. So what he thought? There must be people nearby. If this sound is coming, if these sounds are coming from an iron mill, there must be an iron mill nearby, and the thumping sound is coming from there. So there is a hope for him. He summoned all his strength. അവൻ്റെ എല്ലാ സ്ട്രെങ്തും കളക്ട് ചെയ്തു. He got up from the ground and staggered in the direction of the sound. Stagger എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ walking with unsteady step. He tried to എഴഞ്ഞു നീങ്ങുകയാണ്. He tried to move unsteadily, not able to stand up. He is hungry, tired, weak, discouraged, moving towards the sound from where he has heard. The Ramcho Ironworks, earlier I told you that the crofter was a crofter in Ramcho Ironworks when he was young. അപ്പോൾ ആ ഫാക്ടറി തന്നെയാണ്, ആ ഫാക്ടറിയുടെ നിന്നാണ് സൗണ്ട് കേൾക്കുന്നത്. Ramcho Ironworks, which was now closed down. Now it is closed down. The days of prosperity of the crofter, he was a crofter there, but now it is closed down. Where not so long ago, അധികം നാളുകൾക്ക് മുമ്പല്ല, it was a large plant, so a big factory with a smelter. Smelter means the point where you melt the iron ore for purification. Rolling mill, after melting, you roll that one into rod. ഇരുമ്പ് കമ്പിയായി റോൾ ചെയ്യുന്ന സ്ഥലമാണ് റോളിംഗ് മിൽ. ആൻഡ് ഫോർജ് ഫാക്ടറി ഇൻ ദ സമ്മർ ടൈം. So when it was the good old days, when it was actually functioning nicely, that time during the summer time, long lines of heavily loaded barges and scows slid down the canal, which led to large inland lake. And the winter time, the roads near the mill were black from all the coal dust which sifted down from the big charcoal crates. Now, this Ramcho ironwork is there during the winter time and also during the summer time. How it appears to be has been described here. The days of prosperity, it is not long ago. ഇതിപ്പോൾ അടച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്, പ്രോപ്പറായിട്ട് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. നന്നായിട്ട് വർക്ക് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നപ്പോൾ, അത് അധികം കാലം മുമ്പല്ല. This particular factory was having a large plant, large factory with a smelter, rolling mill and forge. In the summertime, long lines of heavily dotted barges and scows. Barges means board. Scows means flat bottomed ബോട്ട്സിനെയാണ് സ്കൗസ് എന്ന് പറയുക. അതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ആഴമില്ലാത്ത വെള്ളത്തിൽ കൂടെ യാത്ര ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് സാധിക്കും. So you find that this different kind of boats are actually heavily loaded and just lining up. If you go to an area where seashore, from where their sand is collected, you can find many trucks are kept line by line. ഒരെണ്ണം കഴിയുമ്പോൾ അടുത്തത് അങ്ങനെ ലോഡ് ചെയ്ത് വിടും. Like that, the boats are actually in line in the inland lakes, which led to the large inland lake. So they find that കനാലിലെ ബോട്ടുകൾ very ആയി കിടക്കുന്നു, which lead them to the inland lake. And in the winter time, the scenery is different. So this scenery is normally in the summer time. During the winter time, you find that road near the mill, millinu അടുത്തുള്ള മില്ല് റോഡുകളെല്ലാം, it used to be covered with black dust, coal dust, which gets sifted. Sifted means separated from the big charcoal crates. Charcoal, kari, coal, great crates, basket, charcoal cratesil നിന്നും സെപ്പറേറ്റ് ചെയ്യപ്പെടുന്ന കറുത്ത പൊടികൾ വന്ന് റോഡ് സൈഡിലുള്ള മരത്തിൻ്റെ ലീവ്സിലൊക്കെ ഇങ്ങനെ റെസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യും. If you go to the kitchen of your house and if you have got where you have got firewood burning, if there are windows are there, you can find that it will all used to be darkened with the dust which is getting escaped from the fire. This is known as the factory smelter, where iron is actually melted. So during on the long dark evening just before Christmas, the master smith and his helper sat in the dark forge near the furnace, waiting for the pig iron which had been put in the fire to be ready to put on the anvil. So we were speaking about this Ramcho Ironworks. What was the condition of Ramcho Ironworks little earlier? It was a very prosperous, very good factory which produced lot of raw materials and finished goods, and lot of boats used to be queued in transporting the products of that factory. And it was not long ago. So now again coming to this particular factory right now, what happened? During one of the long dark evenings just before Christmas, ക്രിസ്മസിന് തൊട്ട് മുമ്പുള്ള ഒരു ഡാർക്ക് ഈവനിങ് ആണ് സംഭവം നടക്കുന്നത്. The master smith, what is master smith? Blacksmith means കൊല്ലൻ എന്ന് പറയും. Master smith means the senior person. Out of that, who is the main smith? And his helper, അയാളുടെ സഹായി, sat in the dark forge near the furnace waiting for the pig iron which had been put in the fire to be ready to put on the anvil. In this particular lesson, you will come across many terminology which is connected with the iron mill. ഈ വാക്കുകളുടെ അർത്ഥങ്ങൾ അറിയത്തില്ലെങ്കിൽ പഠിക്കണം. You see, what is happening in the forge, in the factory, is that നിയർ ദ ഫർണസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഈ കോളൊക്കെ ഇട്ട് കത്തിക്കുന്ന സ്ഥലമാണ്. നമ്മൾ കൊല്ലൻ്റെ ഒരു ആലയിൽ ചെന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്കറിയാം, അവർ തീ കത്തിച്ച് ആ തീയിൽ നിന്ന് അയൺ വെച്ച് അത് പഴുപ്പിച്ച് കല്ലിൻ്റെ മേലെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇരുമ്പിൻ്റെ മേലെ വെച്ച് അടിച്ചാണ് അതിന് മൂർച്ച വെപ്പിക്കുക അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അത് ഷേപ്പ് ചെയ്യുക. ദ സെയിം തിങ് ഈസ് ഹാപ്പനിങ് ഹിയർ. സോ വെൻ ഹി വെന്റ് ദെയർ, what happened? The long back water productions was taking place there. It is not taking place. A small scale work is going on. A master smith is there. A helper is there. They are sitting in the dark forge, dark factory, iron factory near the furnace. ഫേണസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ആ തീ കത്തുന്ന സ്ഥലത്തെയാണ് ഫേണസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. കൊല്ലൻ്റെ ഈ തീ കത്തിക്കുന്ന ആ ഏരിയ, ആ കോളൊക്കെ കത്തുന്ന സ്ഥലമാണ് ഫേണസ്. വെയിറ്റിംഗ് ഫോർ ദ പിഗ് അയൺ. പിഗ് അയൺ മീൻസ് നോൺ പ്യൂരിഫൈഡ് അയൺ, റോ അയൺ. അപ്പോൾ അയൺ എവിടെയാണ് വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്? ഫേണസിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ വെച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്. കുറച്ചു നേരം കാറ്റടിച്ച് അത് ചൂടാക്കി കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിയുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും ദിസ് അയൺ പീസ് വിൽ ടേൺ ഇൻ ടു റെഡ്. അപ്പം എന്തിനു വേണ്ടിയാണ് അവിടെ വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? ദേ ആർ വെയിറ്റിംഗ് ഫോർ ദ പിഗ് അയൺ ടു ബി പുട്ട് on the anvil, ready to be put on the anvil. Means it will become red color, then they can put that one on the anvil. Anvil means the metal piece on which you keep this red iron and then apply force with the hammer. അടിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി വെക്കുന്ന ആ പീസിനെയാണ് ആൻവിൽ എന്ന് പറയുക. എവറി നൗ ആൻഡ് ദെൻ വൺ ഓഫ് ദം ഗോട്ട് അപ്പ് ടു സ്റ്റിർ ദ ഗ്ലോയിങ് മാസ് വിത്ത് എ ലോങ് iron bar, returning in a few moments, dripping with perspiration. Though, as was the custom, he wore nothing but a long shirt and a pair of wooden shoes. Every now and then one of them, ഒന്നെങ്കിൽ മാസ്റ്റർ സ്മിത്ത് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ his helper used to get up and goes to the furnace. ഒരു ലോങ് പീസ് ഓഫ് അയൺ റോഡ് എടുത്ത് ഈ കരികൾ കോളെല്ലാം ഇളക്കി വെക്കും. ഇളക്കുമ്പോൾ അത് കൂടുതലായിട്ട് കത്തും. ആൻഡ് ദെൻ ഹി വിൽ ബി ജസ്റ്റ് കമ്മിങ് ബാക്ക് ഇൻ എ ഫ്യൂ മിനിറ്റ്സ് ഡ്രിപ്പിംഗ് വിത്ത് പെർസ്പിരേഷൻ. വേർത്തൊരിച്ച് തിരിച്ചു വരും. ആസ്തോ is the custom. He wore nothing but a long shirt and pair of wooden shoes. അവരുടെ ഡ്രസ്സിനെ കുറിച്ചാണ് പറയുന്നത്. The people who are doing this kind of work, it is a custom that they wear a long shirt, വലിയ ഷർട്ടും and a pair of wooden shoes. And other shoes cannot be used because what happens? It will get burned.